I'm Marlene Moore. This is our second class, and that, of course, was Do Re Mi, or better known as Do a Deer, sung by Julie Andrews in The Sound of Music. That's my own arrangement of it, of course. Love that piece. And I chose that today because I thought that might be appropriate because I'm going to be teaching you about scales. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So that's leading into that. Anyway, I hope you had a great week. I certainly did. And I hope that you've ordered your books by now. jwpepper.com/myscore/Marlene Moore. Again, that's to order books 1, 2, 3 if you're a beginner, or books 4 and 5 if you're intermediate. jwpepper.com/myscore/Marlene Moore. Okay? By the way, this is not a money-making scheme. I don't make very much money on the books. On a $12 book, I make $3. So the reason why I want you to have the books is not so I will make a lot of money. The reason why I want you to have the books is because you need to practice them. Can you use other books and just pick up the advice that I'm giving you? No, it won't work because there's 3 kinds of teaching. There's traditional teaching where it's just sight reading, and it starts here on middle C, which nobody uses that anymore. There's Suzuki education that is mainly rote teaching, and then there's my books, which are sight reading and rote teaching and ear training, and I'm going to be teaching you improvising, technique, composing, memorizing, and hopefully performance. What I've done, and it took me 30 years to do it, is to figure out a way that you could have ear training and note reading in equal measures. That's why we have rote pieces and sight pieces. The Back to Basics program does not start on middle C, it starts here, as we did last week. By the way, if you have not watched video 1 and you're watching today, you should stop this one right now, go back to video 1, lesson number 1, and then come and watch lesson 2. It will make more sense to you. Okay? Great. Okay, so how to order books. Make sure that you look in the comments outside. As soon as you finish the group, read the comments, and that will give you where to send for books. And it will also give you the name for, oh, I have a surprise. You're going to love this surprise. I was thinking, I had so much fun last week doing this, but I didn't get anything back. Like, I can't see you, I can't hear you, I can't talk to you. I don't know where you're at. It's just me doing this, and hopefully you're picking up something. And I worried about that. I thought, wouldn't it be nice if we could have some kind of communication, and maybe you could play some of your pieces, and I could give you more advice and help. Because I like to do that. So I started a Facebook group, Adult Piano Students Back to Basics Books. I did it. I started it yesterday just for you. This is your group. We have 6 people in it already, and nobody's advertised this. This is the first time telling anybody about it. So here it is. Everybody got that? Adult Piano Students Back to Basics Books. Also, go to the comments. When we're finished here, go to the comments, and the link will be there for the new Facebook group. And it's going to be lots of fun. You can play your pieces, you can talk to other people, and they will be only adult, beginners, and intermediate. There might be a few advanced later on. Okay, I'm going to give that to you one more time. Adult Piano Students Back to Basics Books. Got that? And join today. Join today. I'll let you in the group, and we'll have fun. And you'll learn lots too. It'll be kind of your backup. And my way of getting to know you a little bit better and know what your needs are. Because everybody's different, you know. Everybody is. Okay, I said we would talk about scales. So, wiggle your thumb. Wiggle your thumb. The thumb is, you ready for this? The star in scales. Thumb goes under and it hides. It stays underneath. And now it goes down. Okay, I'm going to show you that up close. I'm going to do it on my arm. I'll go this way. Thumb, two plays, thumb goes underneath and it stays. Do you see where my thumb is? It's way over to my fourth finger. There you go. It's going under. So thumb plays, second finger plays as the thumb goes under. At the same time, thumb plays, second finger down at the same time as thumb flips under your hand. Now 3, keep the thumb under, don't let it move until now. So you're going 1, 2, 3, thumb. Then the thumb can play. Then the next finger plays 2, 3, 4, 5, but thumb goes back to its little spot under your hand. This is hard if you've never done it before. I'm going to show you again. Thumb, under, 1, 2, 3, thumb down. Now, when I play the 2 again, thumb's going under. Thumb under, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to teach you what's called the C major scale. Thumb under, 3, thumb, thumb under. Now, your thumb can relax. Remember last week I told you that piano music is made up of scales, chords, and arpeggios. Well, this is... Every piece has a part of a scale in it. You need to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 major scales, 12 minor scales, and other assorted scales. Okay? I don't want to scare you, but that's what you need to do. Why? Because that's what music is made up of. They're all scales, or parts of scales, or chords, or little arpeggios. Right? Let's try that scale again. My thumb is so trained that as soon as the second finger goes down in anything, the thumb is under right away. It knows its place. When I teach children, I tell them about the rabbit, the little bunny, and the fox is after the bunny. So as soon as the thumb goes, I say, don't let the fox get the bunny. Make the bunny go down the rabbit hole. So think of that as the rabbit hole if you want to. Okay, I know you're adults. But sometimes little children's things work. Remember last week I told you you need to learn the same way a child does? We do. So do it slowly. There's no rush. Thumb, thumb under, 3, thumb. All the fingers down. Third over, because there's 3 keys left. Now you may have to watch this video several times to get that idea. So the fingering for that is thumb, 2, 3, thumb, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Right? Good. You got that. I hope by now we're not drooping our wrists down here. I hope they're nice and your sitting position is good. That's great. Alrighty, today we're going to talk about notes. And I think, first of all, I better show you how to make a treble clef and a bass clef if you've never done that. Here's your C to G left hand right here. Here's your C to G right hand. We're missing two of them. Here's middle C. And here are your treble clefs. This means right hand. Right hand is treble clef. Bass clef is left hand. Not too many people don't know that, but let's just have a look here. Alrighty. It starts with one of these, and you go around and across the fourth line. The bass clef, which is left hand, starts with the dot and goes this way with two little dots. I'm going to turn this over and show you here. Treble clef, like that, like that. Show you again. Line, swivel. I wonder how many treble and bass clefs I've made in my lifetime, because I think you know I'm a composer. Okay, this is left hand, bass clef. Little dot. And it's like an ear with two little dots. Practice those. Practice those in your spare time. I don't get much spare time. When I do get spare time, I paint. Did you know that? I'm an artist too. I paint. Now, I'm looking for cards. Here they are. Here we go. Here we go. Now, if you recall, I told you that we have C to G in the right hand, C to G in the left hand. So we've got C, D, E, F, G, right hand, C, D, E, F, G, left hand. You're going to have to repeat this video many times. This is C. C is on the third space. That's its home. This is what C sounds like. C, third space. You know, if you were coming for private lessons, I would spend 10 weeks on this, but you just need to repeat the videos. Some notes are on spaces. They're in the little space. Some notes have the line showing through. And this is on the 1, 2, 3, 4th line. It's called D. It's right next door to C. Okay, C was here, D is here. This is where D lives. This is what it sounds like. See, this is just a map of this. Music is a listening thing. So we need to hear what we're playing. Some people only want to see what they're playing so they can learn another piece. Their ear training suffers because of that. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. This is E. C was here. I'm doing it again. C was here, D was here, E is here. Right there. It's in a space. Do you notice they go line, space, line, space? And these are all right hand. And how do I know that? Because of this treble clef. And the last one is, or the second last one is F. Has the line showing through. G is on the top, sitting like an egg on the top of it. See that? That's G. I like the sound of G. Now, it doesn't matter if they're black notes or white notes. Some of them are black, some are white, some have tails, some have flags. Doesn't matter, right? They all live in their very own house. Going up, here we go, C, D, E, F, G. Just like you have a house or an apartment where you live, this is their apartment building right here. Do you see all the levels? This is where they live. And every note on the piano, every key, has a spot. They all have their very own apartment. All right? So if I was to take the right hand ones and skip and go on the, just on the spaces. I would be going C, I'd skip D, E, and I'd skip F to go to G. That's what they sound like. If I push them all down at once, it would sound like this. So a chord is made up of these three guys, C, E, G. Like I say, you're going to have to review this many times because I'm throwing an awful lot at you today. Now for the left hand guys, C, not middle C, the lower C, because that's where we're dealing with. That's C, second space. Left hand, D. And D is right next to where C was, but it has the line showing through it. Most of you may already know this from school, but I'm having to repeat all of this because there's so many beginners. Okay, here we are, E. E is on the third space. Left hand, E. F has the line showing through. There it is, F. It could be a black F. It could have a tail. It could be attached to another note. Doesn't matter. For now, we're just learning their names and where they live. This is G. G lives on the fourth space. It will never change. That's his spot. That's his spot. He owns that property. Okie doke. And if we were to put them all together, we would have, starting from the bottom, C, D, E, F, G. There we go. And if we wanted to skip just on the spaces, we would have C, E, G. Okay, what I would like you to do is to make some flashcards so that you don't have to make your own. You can buy them, but it's more economical if you make your own. I got these from Amazon. You search playing cards blank. That's all you need to say, blank cards. And they come in a little package like that. I use them for everything. And you could make your own if you have a little magic marker. There's C, there's D. See, they're just handheld ones. You could tape one to the fridge and learn that one today and that one tomorrow. See? There's F. There, you can do that. You can shuffle them up like playing cards. Shuffle them up and see, how well you know them. And when you get really good, then you can take the left hand package, shuffle them into the right hand package, and all of a sudden you're going to be a genius at finding notes. I mean it. Some people are really good at note reading. Some people are not. And what that usually means, if you're not that great at note reading, it usually means you have a terrific ear. And the other way, if you really, really have a good ear, sometimes you're not good at sight reading, and the other way around. If you're terrific at sight reading, you could play anything. So I want to try to balance that out so you'll be good at both things. Last week we did peanut butter and all of that stuff, and I hope yours is going well. And I wanted to go and review Turtle Walking on page 25, the legato piece. So if you turn to page 25 in your book, we'll show you Turtle Walking, because I didn't show you that one last week. Turtle walking. Very smooth. So you're going to look at your book, you're going to look at your hands, you're going to look at this video. Take your cell phone, put it here, listen to what I'm saying, and then do it in your book. Our next piece is Up the Hill and Down the Hill. And then that thing at the end says repeat. It has a bar with dots. That means repeat what you just did. And we know by now that that is C, D, E, F, G, and back down again. And then it's done with your left hand. And then repeat. Okay, you're not going to do it perfect at the beginning, but these are a model for you. And teeter-totter is fun. Teeter-totter, I think sometimes they call them seesaws, where we're skipping. Teeter-totter, teeter-totter. And there's a bump at the end. That's that bad little kid that always makes the teeter-totter go bump. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teeter-totters and then the bump. This is an exercise that is used a lot in music. Its real name is Alberti bass, and it is used in so many pieces. See that? Yes, so that's why I'm putting it right in book 1, so you will learn teeter-totter. It's probably one of the most valuable pieces that you will learn in this book. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right? I'm anxious to hear these pieces when you come on our Facebook group. I am so anxious to hear you play. Even if you make mistakes, that's okay. The mistakes are allowed. I make mistakes too. Everybody does. Did you know there's no such thing as a perfect piece? Even concert pianists make mistakes, but they know how to cover them up. I don't think you knew that, did you? All right, the last one we're going to talk about today is Sailing in the Moonlight. This is a legato piece. Unlike your peanut butter, your hands are close now. You're just lifting them up for each note. Okay, so those are your rote pieces for today. And it's for this week. It may take you longer than a week to learn them. Next week we will do Merrily We Roll Along, Up the Hill and Jump Jump, the I Love You song, and now I've finished my book 1 for the rote piece. So I'll leave those for next week. Now let's go back to the beginning. The left hand pieces, the little sight reading exercises. Do you see this side of your book? I want you to see how far you can go in your book. The first one is C. Find that. Play it. Don't worry about the counting. Find it and play it. And we're going to be doing these over and over again. With your combined with your making your flashcards, this will help you enormously. The next one, right hand, D. It will get so that these are totally automatic for you. The next sight piece, number 3, C, D. You see where we're going with this? Alrighty. And I'll give you one more example, but you can go as far as you want to with these. The next one is E. Of course, these are played with your right hand. And now we're going to do the most fun of all. This may sound crazy, but we're going to improvise a piece. You now know 5 keys. C, D, E, F, G, right? C, D, E, F, G. We're going to use our right hand and we're going to improvise something. Ah, that's fun. Improvising leads to composing. Improvising leads to memorizing. And you know the piece I played for you today, that's all I'm improvising that piece. From the orchestrated part and the piano part, I'm improvising that. So you know 5 now. Put your hand on those 5 and don't think. Push any finger that you wish. Make a little tune. Because improvising starts with a melody. With a melody. Melody is everything. All right, I'm going to make up a tune. Oh, that's kind of neat. How about this one? That's fun. That's fun. I love improvising. I just love to do that. I guess that's why I'm a composer, huh? Now, you know, improvising is like carrying on a conversation. It's like speaking. I'm talking to you and you're understanding everything I say, pretty much, right? You're understanding that. Well, speaking piano with improvising is your fingers doing the walking, and it's like you're having a conversation with somebody, and it's like you're doing a language. The language of music is really improvisation and composition. So let's pretend we're going to visit somebody. We're going to their house. Put your hand on C to G. And it's Sam is going to visit George. And he says, "Hello, Sam." "Hello, Sam." Okay, maybe he would say more than that. Maybe he would say, "Hello, Sam, how are you today?" Oh, he did. Did you hear it? "Hello, Sam, how are you today?" Ah, it is like a language, isn't it? And Sam opens the screen door and he says, "Hi, John. I'm fine. Nice to see you." "Hi, John. I'm fine. Nice to see you too." Oh, okay. And then they sit down and they play some cards, have a drink, listen to some music. I want you to make up a story with your fingers. And if you will, I would love for you to play it in our Facebook group. I'm going to just play a couple more here. I'm going to say goodbye to you with my fingers. You see, there's no right or wrong. My fingers have had a good time of saying goodbye. This may seem childish to you, but you know what? The creative part of your brain is childlike. It is creating something new. You might want to be able to try a left hand one too. Let's say goodbye with the left hand. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye, 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 bye for now, everybody. the greatest tune in the world, but works. And you have to start simple, don't you? A simple melody is where it's at. I've had so much fun today. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. Don't forget to look in the comments at the end, because you're going to find the connection, the link for the publisher to get the books. And you're also going to find the link for our Facebook group. See you. Okay. Have a great week. Bye for now.